26-8, the shots on goal. So that is 5-1 here in the third period.
Down, wasn't hit very hard, but it's a leadoff single for Shohei Ohtani, and he tries to begin a new on-base streak.
Well, he is so strong. You can move the ball in on his hands, and he can fight it off. What we'll find out about Ben Brown is that how well does the breaking ball, the curveball in particular, work tonight? He has a very good one, but he also comes in with the batting average, to your point on the ERA. Batting average against is .327.
He's allowed, that's the 28th base runner he's allowed in 11 2/3 innings this year. 18 hits, 9 walks, and 1 hit batter. Now Mookie Betts at the plate. First pitch from Brown. Fastball down the middle, strike one. Mookie last night, 1 for 3 with a walk. He's got a 6-game hitting streak. Batting .364 in this stretch. Brown out of the stretch with Ohtani on base behind him. No score and no outs in the bottom of the first. Fastball upstairs at 97. 1 ball, 1 strike against Mookie. It's not just that Mookie has a hit in 6 straight games. He's reached at least twice in all 6 as well. On this 1-1 from Brown, Betts will swing and cue one foul toward the Cubs on deck circle. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch coming. Betts swings, lifts it high in the air, left field, not very deep though. Happ toward the line, inside the line. He reaches up and makes the catch. Ohtani retreats back to first base. 1 out in the first inning.
Yeah, that ball got in on the hands of Betts a little bit too much.
Another good ovation for Freddie Freeman. The Dodgers welcoming him back to the lineup yesterday. They've been out since the 29th of March. Last night was just his 4th game played this year. He went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He was hit by a pitch and scored on Tommy Edmonds' decisive 3-run homer. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back into the net. Fastball low and away. So it's 0-1.
You see the same defense, Stephen, tonight with Freeman up there. Same as we saw with Ohtani each of the 2 games in this series, which is the infield to pull, the outfield the opposite way, big gap right center.
Shohei staying as the 0-1 pitch is delivered, and Freddie swings through a fastball at 96, right in the heart of the plate, 0-2. Now, Freddie said with the media yesterday that his swing feels good. He's been doing live BPs. The Dodgers flew in some minor leaguers, also using the Traject machine, which is virtual. They can project any sort of pitcher that you want to see. Shohei taking off. The 0-2 pitch is high. The throw from second is going to skip away from Dansby Swanson. A stolen base for Shohei Ohtani. That would be his 4th of the season, getting into scoring position with Freeman still at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
After Brown takes a little extra time getting that ball. I know Freddie says that the swing feels good. It still doesn't look like the Freddie Freeman swing, and it may take a couple of games coming off the injured list.
Brown out of the stretch, looks at Ohtani. Nobody holding him at second. The pitch home. Freddie bounces it foul toward the Cub dugout. And I think Freddie admitted that, after talking about all the work he'd been doing while on the injured list. He did say he's like, can't simulate a game situation, so he wants to get some games underneath his belt, some live reps, so he can really fine-tune the swing. And it's definitely still a work in progress. Another 1-2 pitch from Brown, and Freddie belts it to right field. Fighting the sun is Tucker, but he's there to make the catch as that hung up for him. So a line out for Freeman, 2 away in the first. Ohtani still at second base for Teoscar Hernandez.
I seem to take that thought a little bit more with Freddie Freeman. Yes, now it's live. How many times do we hear a pitcher? Well, he's going to throw live batting practice. Okay, fine. He's going to throw live to hitters. Well, that's totally different than throwing in the bullpen, even with the hitter standing there, or throwing even in the cage.
A full defense behind you, a full stadium in front of you.
And the other part, too, that adds to it, adrenaline.
First pitch from Brown to Teoscar, 98 at the knees, strike 1, taken and called. Ohtani on first base, 2 down, bottom 1. No score for the Dodgers and Cubs in this second game of a 3-game set. Brown comes set, first base side of the mound. Looks back at Ohtani on second, comes home to Teo. Swinging a foul ball, 0-2. Teo is continuing his theme this series. Last night, the bright cleats, they were blue and magenta. These ones are fluorescent pink. The high blue socks to go with the home whites. Yes, that's your fashion report, brought to you by Rick Monday. Now the 0-2 pitch. Teo takes upstairs, ball one. That didn't miss by much, but a good eye from Teoscar.
You're going to have to add a segment to GQ magazine.
Shadows drifting further toward right field. Tucker holding his hand up as Teoscar swings and puts the ball foul with the net into the seats.
Yeah, Tucker's got another 2 or 3 minutes of sunshine that's going to just barely affect him, and then the entirety of the field will be in shadows.
Right now, the right field pavilion fighting the sun as well. Head of this 1-2 pitch to Teoscar, with Teoscar trying to bring in Ohtani. That swung on and hit foul into the seats once again. So the Dodgers will see at least a 20th pitch from Ben Brown in this first inning. Teoscar last night 1 for 4. The run scored. He's got a 5-game hitting streak, and he calls for time. He was granted that by John Lipka.
Well, for Brown, plenty of giddy up already at 98 miles an hour. 6'6" right-hander. If he gets full extension on that curveball, it's normally a good one when he doesn't try and rush it.
Ohtani on second. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, slow roller, backhand stop at second. Bouncing throw, and they're not going to get him. Now, Horner was not his best throw. Also, a relatively tough play as it wasn't hit very hard, and his momentum was going to the right. He had to throw back to his left, and Bush could not stretch to get the ball before Teoscar stepped on the bag. So they'll be at the corners.
Bat may have been broken. Looked like he maybe hit it off the end.
Great hustle from Teoscar to keep this inning alive. First and third, 2 gone, bottom 1. And Michael Conforto break the ice here in the second game. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses inside. 1-0. Conforto 1 for 3 with a walk last night. As many hits in that game as he did the entire road trip through Philly and D.C. Ohtani on third, Teo on first. The pitch to Conforto. Taken upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Conforto batting .220, but still, thanks to his 4 doubles and 2 home runs, slugging .463. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. All 6 of Michael's extra base hits have come against right-handed pitching.
That was a 2-0 breaking ball.
First and third, 2 gone, no score. This 2-1 coming. And it's a fastball right at the top of the zone. Called strike 2 to square the count. Well, both hits in this inning so far, Shohei and Teo, have come with 2 strikes. So the theme is there for Conforto to continue. The next offering from Brown will be his 25th of this first inning. Peeks over his shoulder at Hernandez on first, then stares ahead at Ohtani. Now will try and pick off Hernandez. Unsuccessful. Head first dive from Teo. Shohei was ready just in case that ball skipped by Michael Bush. It did not. So the deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brown to Conforto. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Perfectly placed by Brown. The K gets him out of the first inning jam. The Dodgers strand 2 after a couple of...
That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. 3-0 Yankees. High fly ball, left field. Curio back, track, wall. See ya. A grand slam for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are pouring it on. High fly ball, center field. See ya. 3 home runs for Aaron Judge. They've done it again.
2-2.
Hit well, right field, Kyle Tucker, first homer as a Cub, and they have the lead. It is 3-1, no doubter to right for number 30.
It was just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on, it's time to go, and he's going.
Max Muncy in the air. Max Muncy traveling back towards the wall. See you later. How about your first big league hit as a homer? 6-0 A's, and Max Muncy, we got to get you that ball back.
Atta boy. And Max Muncy, Jenny, he's been hungry for that first one.
Not one person made eye contact. Now they're going to come for him.
Streaming right to your mobile device. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Scoreless game in the top of the second is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Hiroki Sasaki against Michael Busch to start. The Dodger at the plate, batting from the left side. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to our left. Strike one. Well, Sasaki in that first inning, Mo, there was some loud contact, and he did fall behind in counts, but ultimately he worked his first 1-2-3 inning since his big league debut on March 19th. Now the 0-1. Busch swing and a miss. Strike two. Fastball at 98, tailing away.
And maybe even a bigger statement for the team. There were two very good defensive plays. I bring that up because the club did not play great defense on the recent road trip.
The 0-2 pitch. He went outside way too far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michael Busch 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts last night. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, says third base umpire DJ Rayburn. So the count now even 2-2. Oh, man. One replay we were able to look at. Looked like he might have went around, but he gets an extra life. Roki ready. On the 2-2, Busch swings and fouls it away, left field side, into the Loge level seats. Well, Saturday in Philadelphia, Sasaki showed everybody something. I think after his first couple of turns, the nerves and the anxiety, the tension all rising, and wondered how he was going to hold up in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. We got a mound visit. Austin Barnes going out there to talk with the Dodgers starters. Visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Everyone deserves justice. And the Phillies, one of the best team, you could argue the best team in the National League outside the Dodgers, Mo. And it was his longest outing, his best outing, I think you could say. And he handled that pressure with a poise and confidence that we hadn't seen up to that point. The 2-2. Busch takes it in the air, left field, drifting back toward the wall. Conforto is at the wall. He leaps, and this ball is gone. A 2-strike opposite field home run from Michael Busch that just scraped the wall in left field. The former Dodger has his second home run of the season, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead.
Not able to finish off Busch after heading 0-2. And he just left the ball up, out over the plate, and it's up and out over the fence. Well, there was never a question for the Dodgers on Michael Busch if he could play at the big league level. The question was how you fit him in with the guys in front of you.
Dansby Swanson steps in, takes the first pitch from Sasaki on the outside corner, would call the ball. So it's 1-0 to Swanson. 1-0 Cubs.
I mean, where do you put Busch? You've got Freddie Freeman at first base.
The pitch. And Swanson lays off Sasaki's trademark breaking ball. 2-0. That was the first home run that Sasaki has allowed as a rookie big leaguer. 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Steve, if we look at that outing that Sasaki had in Philadelphia, remember he ran into problems in the first inning. Back-to-back singles, a stolen base, 1 out later is an infield out, but scored a run. So immediately the Dodgers are down 1-0. After that point, he really tightened things down. Got a lot of ground ball outs on top of it.
2-1 on the shortstop Swanson. Sasaki kicks and deals. It's a chopper foul toward the Dodger dugout. Beyond it, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The Cubs expanded the strike zone last night. But their theme song has been aggressive on pitches in the zone, be stubborn on pitches out of the zone.
Swinging a foul ball off the plate and then off his leg. A fastball at 97 from Roki. Still 2-2. 1-0 Cubs after the leadoff home run from Michael Busch. Still no outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Dodger infield playing back, shifted over to the left side against the right-handed hitting Swanson. Now 31 years old, former World Series champion with Atlanta in 2021. The 2-2. Got him swinging. Oh, there's that fork ball. Put a fork in him. First K of the game for Sasaki. First out of the 2nd inning.
Third baseman number 3, Justin Turner.
And some listeners may be saying, well, it's a splitter. They're calling it a splitter. But Mo, you talk to any baseball player, it doesn't matter if you're a pitcher, whether Oral Hershiser definitely believes this, but you too. The profile on Sasaki's pitch, it is not a splitter. It's more forkball or knuckle. First pitch to Justin Turner, grounded to third base, and Max Muncy will throw him out. So JT didn't really give the fans time to give him a warmer welcome, though he did get a nice ovation during the pregame introductions. But anyway, back to Sasaki. That pitch is it's tough to label because there's just nothing else like it.
Well, initially it's being labeled as a changeup if you look at the radar gun, and but it's very, very deeply placed between the forefinger and the middle finger.
Strike 1 on Nico Horner.
And as deeply as it is seated between those 2 fingers, it is a forkball. That's what you want to call it. You can call it anything. A splitter, your fingers are not as far apart.
Ground ball right back by Sasaki, but Edman is there. Straight up with the bag at second. He throws to Freddie Freeman to get the last out of the 2nd inning. So, after allowing the first home run of his major league career, Sasaki gets Swanson, Turner, and...
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today, we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever, his legacy in our hearts. Now, please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
Count is 0-2. Tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
There's a swing and a line drive into the corner. Fair ball! A walk-off winner on opening day!
Look at him come out of the dugout.
It's the first walk-off in Marlins history on opening day, and it comes courtesy of Kyle Stowers.
How about that?
The only way I love to hear my Dodger games.
Don't miss a moment all season long.
The Cubs strike first in the 2nd inning. Former Dodger Michael Busch with a leadoff home run off Roki Sasaki. So now the home half of the inning will start with Tommy Edman. 6, 7, and 8 for the Dodgers. Edman, Muncy, and Pages. Before the inning can begin, Craig Counsell came out onto the field to have a discussion with James Hoy, the crew chief, who's now talking with the Cubs starter Ben Brown. Not exactly sure what's at play here. Hoy going back to his position. All right. It's no harm, no foul for anybody. We're ready to go. 1-0 Cubs. Pitch clock now at 10 seconds. Brown is ready, exhales, and delivers. Edmonds swings and misses. Strike one. Tommy had the big swing last night. Game-winning 3-run home run in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 0-1. Tommy takes, low and away. Fastball at 97. 1 ball, 1 strike. And just like that, Tommy Edman finds himself in some big company. Major League home run leaderboard next to Aaron Judge and Mike Trout. Brown has strike 2 right on the outside corner with another fastball. 1-2 on Edman. Tommy batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. It is right down the middle. Called strike 3. So that's the second K for Brown. 1 gone in the 2nd inning.
I mentioned a curveball to Brown. He throws the knuckle curveball. Why did I mention that? Well, it's with topspin, and it does have that real tight rotation. But there are a lot of pitchers, and for 6'6" Ben Brown, he can throw that curveball a little bit more rapidly, higher speed.
First pitch to Mac Muncy. Fastball inside, 1-0. The Dodgers saw Brown in Tokyo, came out of the bullpen, gave up 3 runs, just 2 earned on 4 hits in 2 2/3 innings. And a Dodger win. The 1-0. Muncy tries to check his swing and cannot. He went around, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Only lefty in this Dodger lineup that they have the defense playing to pull. Crow Armstrong in center, pulling over to right center. Big gap now in left center field.
The 1-1 pitch. Muncy swings. It's in the air. Foul territory, drifting away. Turner going back in foul ground along the net. It bounces off the net. And Justin caught it off the net. He held it up to the umpire. DJ's like, that does not count, Justin. Hey, work hard, play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today, because they make it easy. 1-0 Cubs. Bases empty, 1 gone for the Dodgers in the home half of the 2nd inning. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down and inside. Square count to Muncy. You know, Momax is yet to hit a home run this year. No home runs in his first 13 games. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Fastball on the inside corner. Muncy knew it. He started walking to the dugout before John Lipka was saying strike 3. So that's 3 strikeouts in a row for Brown. 2 gone in the 2nd. And all 3 have been looking.
Trying to have reverse psychology with no home runs on Muncy so far.
It didn't work.
Well, try next time.
At first you don't succeed. 2 gone, nobody on. Andy Pages at the plate. 1-0 Cubs. First pitch swung on and grounded foul behind Dino Ebel. 0-1. So this is the Ben Brown through an inning and 2/3 that has had Cub fans and media very excited entering this year. The 0-1 pitch. Pages swings and cues one to the right side. Horner to his left. Picks it up and throws. And Pages is retired. It's a 1-2-3 second for Ben Brown. Shutdown second after the Cubs gave him a lead. So it's 1-0 Chicago going to the 3rd.
Mackenzie Gore to the mound. Fastball down and in for the strikeout. Down and away. So that's 3 straight and number 5. Oh, that's on the inside edge. 10 strikeouts now.
13 strikeouts. A new Nationals opening day record for Mackenzie Gore. He'll depart the mound to a standing ovation on the first base side. 6 one-hit shutout innings for Gore against the Phillies.
Muncy traveling back towards the wall. See you later. How about your first big league hit as a homer? 6-0 A's, and Max Muncy, we got to get you that ball back.
Atta boy. Well, Max Muncy, Jenny, he's been hungry for that first one.
Not one person made eye contact. Now they're going to come for him.
The official home.
Dodgers trailing the Cubs 1-0. Game 2 of a 3-game series. Of a 6-game homestand at Dodger Stadium. Michael Busch, a solo home run leading off the second inning. Now in the third, Pete Crow Armstrong leads off, hacking back a foul ball off Roki Sasaki, strike one. Crow Armstrong, Harvard Westlake Wolverine. Sherman Oaks. The 0-1 from Sasaki. Another foul ball. Fastball at 97 that Crow Armstrong can't catch up to. PCA, as he's affectionately known.
Pitches are 97. The swings are about 250.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Tumbles outside, not competitive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Muncy started the AB for Crow Armstrong on the grass, guarding against the bunt attempt. Now he's back about 8 feet on the dirt. Sasaki comes home and misses again with the forkball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here's the 2-2. Swung on, popped up. Shallow left field. Mookie Betts drifting back from short. He'll give way to Michael Conforto, who settles underneath out number 1 in the third.
Well, friends, you can stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. That's right. Plus, you can also stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. So blackout and other restrictions do apply. We encourage you to visit MLB.tv for more details.
Last of the order, the catcher, Carson Kelly. 1 out, nobody on. 1-0 Chicago. First pitch from Sasaki. Fork ball low, 1-0.
Cubs would like to change something. That's to get into postseason and do something. The last playoff win for the Cubs in postseason, you go back to 2017 Game 4 against the Dodgers.
1-0 pitch. He yanks the fastball, pulls it into the left-handed batter's box away from the right-handed hitter Kelly.
Dodgers the next night in 2017 won Game 5 and won the National League pennant.
2-0 pitch. Kelly was taking all the way. Fastball at the shins. 3 balls, no strikes.
So then in 2018, Cubs National League wild card game lost to the Rockies in 13 innings. Heartbreaker. 2-1 the final.
3-0 Kelly. No intention of swinging. Sasaki takes advantage of that with strike 1. 3 balls and a strike.
In the 2020 wild card series again, swept by the Marlins 2-0.
That was at Wrigley Field too. 3-1 pitch. Kelly swings, fouls it over the net. Oki has this count full. Kelly, Chicago born, but raised in Oregon. Actually, at one point, 13 years ago, was a draft pick of the rival St. Louis Cardinals. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on in the third. 1-0 Cubs. The pitch. Shot foul on the right field side. Field level seats. And Kelly now all of a sudden in his 10th season. First 3 with St. Louis. He was blocked by Yadi Molina, so they traded him to Arizona in the Paul Goldschmidt trade. 4.5 years with the D-backs. 1 in Detroit, and now in Chicago. The 3-2. Pulled away with the heater. Ball 4, a 1-out walk for Kelly, who's now walked in 6 consecutive games.
You know, that is baseball. It's tough to be able to accept a walk to the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Kelly has found a way to get on base consistently to start this year.
Well, those are the guys who say, hey, look, not to discredit the fact you're hitting in 9th, but in that spot, you have to swing the bat in order to get on base.
Strike 1 on Ian Happ. Fastball on the inner third. Happ 0 for 1. He grounded out to Freddie Freeman in the first inning, leading the game. 1 on, 1 out. 1-0 Cubs in the top of the third. pitch from Sasaki for ball. Tumbles a little too far south of the zone, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Sasaki has the ball at the belt, now raises it next to his chin. Out of the stretch he goes, and that is pulled into right field. Looping line drive from Ian Happ. Kelly to second. Going station to station. 2 on and 1 out for Kyle Tucker.
With Kelly leading the parade, he's the lead runner at second base. It does curtail one area that the Cubs have really been good at. Coming to this series, having stolen 25 bases out of 26 attempts.
Meanwhile, the Dodgers have allowed 15 stolen bases in 16 attempts. First and second, only 1 out. Kyle Tucker at the plate. First pitch for ball up and away, ball 1. So that's the 13th non-fastball that Sasaki has thrown. He's only had 1 swing against those pitches.
And they haven't been really close.
The 1-0. And Tucker again does not offer at the fork ball. 2 balls, no strikes. This is something that they did to him in Tokyo, but his fastball command was even worse at that point. And so they really didn't have any reason to swing at the fork ball. The 2 primary pitches for Sasaki, the 4-seam fastball and the fork ball. 2-0 fastball, 96, didn't miss by much, but it missed. So it's 3-0 on Kyle Tucker. Seiya Suzuki is on deck. 1-0 Cubs. And Chicago threatening for more in the third. 3-0. Tucker takes strike 1. Fastball at the knees. Sasaki all of a sudden at 44 pitches was relatively efficient the first 2 innings. 10 pitches in the first, 15 in the second. Heavier workload here in the third though. On this 3-1. Tucker stays away from a fastball outside. Ball 4, loads the bases. And so Mookie Betts sees Mark Pryor and Will Ireton coming out of the dugout. The rest of the Dodger infield will join him on the mound. Another visit on the mound brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. I know everyone trying to get on the same page. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Suzuki was Sasaki's very first strikeout in the major leagues. Part of a 1-2-3 first inning back on the 19th of March. The Cubs DH today, 0 for 1, having grounded out to shortstop. Sasaki would love that same result here, because a ground ball to Mookie Betts could end the inning.
Yeah, Sasaki not the fastest of runners. The guy at first base, however, Tucker can't take any time throwing the ball to second base if there is a ground ball, because Tucker will be sprinting down there trying to beat that throw if you have the chance on the front end of a double play.
Dodger infield shifted over to the left. And Freddie Freeman next to Kyle Tucker. Sasaki misses inside with a heater, 1-0. Suzuki hitting .297 on the season. He has 15 RBIs. Bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the third. Dodgers trailing by 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Line drive right to Edman at second base. Everybody gets back to the bag safely for Chicago. Because of the Dodgers infield positioning, no opportunity for Edman to throw to any bag.
The good news is it was an out. The bad news is with Sasaki, that pitch was right down the middle.
So a line out gets him the second out of the third inning. 1 more to get, and it's Michael Busch, the guy who clipped him in the second inning for a leadoff home run. The pitch. Fastball dotted on the outside corner, strike 1.
And remember, he had Busch down, no balls and 2 strikes before the home run. Couldn't finish him off.
It was a 4-seam fastball that Busch took the opposite way. Scraped the wall in left field. Sasaki goes to the fork and misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Light breeze here at Dodger Stadium. Little haze in front of the San Gabriels as we focus now on Sasaki. Bases loaded, 2 out. The 1-1 pitch. Another forkball that tumbles low and away.
It's far enough away, you're not going to get people to swing at it.
Trying to keep the deficit at 1. The 2-1 pitch. Bush swinging a high drive, center field. Pages on the run. He's at the wall. He leaps. Oh, he made the catch. Andy Pages, did you? Took one away from Michael Bush and helped Sasaki leave him loaded in the 3rd. Put a star on that one, Rick Monday.
Put 3 stars on it for Pages, who had trouble going back on the ball in Philadelphia. He tracked it perfectly, made the leap, hit the fence, and held on to it. What a...
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today, we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever, his legacy in our hearts. Now, please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
Austin Wells is the first Yankee catcher to hit leadoff in a lineup in their franchise history. That is ripped into right, back at the wall. See ya! Home run! What a start! Yankees on top 1-0.
A 2-0 pitch that's up middle of the plate, and you're going to see him get on top of this ball and then get it in the air. And this is Yankee Stadium. It's short out there. That might be a double in most ballparks, but it's a home run here.
LA Dodgers baseball
On top of the mountain.
on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Bottom of the 3rd, Austin Barnes leading off. First pitch from Ben Brown is low, ball 1. 1-0 Chicago. Brown pulls the fastball low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Andy Pages has Dodger Stadium buzzing. Potentially a game-saving catch with the bases loaded. As Barnes checks up on a curveball that lands at the knee, strike 2 called.
We did not see a side view on the replay of that catch, but it could have been over the fence if it's not caught. What a catch.
A 1-2 pitch from Brown. Barnes swings and misses. Striking out Barnes is Brown. That's the 4th K for the Cubs starter, and the lineup will turn over.
You know, Stephen, so many times we talk about hitters being on a hot streak. You know, they're in the groove. Be the same way defensively. And Andy Pages needed that play to build up some confidence. He knows he can run it down and get it.
Now Shohei Ohtani. First pitch grounded to second. Horner has it. Throws off balance for some reason, just to have some fun, I guess. Plenty of time to get Ohtani. 2 gone. At AM PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM PM app, and let's play ball. AM PM, too much good stuff. Yeah, Pages' momentum was certainly taking the ball over. I mean, it was, whatever the case, it was inches from a grand slam for Michael Bush, if not for the catch by Andy. Here's Mookie Betts. Takes the first pitch. It's a curveball on the outside corner, strike 1 call.
I said this on the road trip. From a defensive mindset, it can't be, well, if you hit it out here, I'm going to catch it. Well, the mindset has to be, I dare you to hit it out here.
On the 0-1, Betts lays off a high fastball.
Because when you say, I dare you, now you're playing with confidence. I dare you hit it out here. Instead of, hey, if you hit it out here, I'll try and catch it.
The 1-1 to Mookie.
Of course, Tommy Lasorda, the great story, has Pedro Guerrero at third base, who is struggling. Hey, Pete, what are you thinking about when the ball goes to home plate? Well, thinking two things. What's that? I hope they don't hit the ball to me. So what's the other ones? I hope they don't hit it at Saxey at second base either.
2 balls, 2 strikes as Brown misses up and away of the fastball. He wants a new Pearl, and will get one.
But isn't the mindset something for all of us, regardless of what we do?
No doubt. And you think back to that first inning line out to Pages taking a hit away from Tucker in the gap. Again, you're just building confidence blocks. The 2-2 pitch. Mookie pokes it right center field. It's sinking fast. It will be caught in right field. Oh, Kyle Tucker came out of nowhere. Full extension Superman going to his right. So the defense on display for both teams here on Saturday night at Dodger Stadium. It ends up being a 1-2-3 third inning for Brown.
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there. Head of the wall. It is gone. Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0 gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives that this kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Blade. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go, 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 we go. Go! And he's in. Oh, my. We got a cycle.
First cycle since Mark Grace.
Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Dodgers trailing the Cubs 1-0 here in the middle game of this 3-game series. First pitch of the 4th inning. Strike 1 from Roki Sasaki against Dansby Swanson. And Swanson, he doesn't like that call from John Lipka, but he's going to have to live with it.
Forever.
Sasaki and the Dodgers fortunate to be down just 1. And outstanding plays from Andy Pages in center field tonight. And we're only 3 innings in. The 0-1 pitch. It is a knee-buckling forkball in the inner third. Strike 2 called. And again, Swanson just shaking his head in the box.
Swanson may be saying to himself, this is a waste of time.
The 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Well, you can't argue on 2 pitches in a row and then swing at that one and get a clean slate.
2 strikeouts in the game for Sasaki. Both have been Dansby Swanson swinging, so he's all kinds of hot.
Yeah.
And a nice.
It's like he was waiting on the bus stop and somebody informed him, hey, went by 10 minutes ago.
Nice round of applause for Justin Turner, who steps back in. Takes a first pitch, fastball, top of the zone. Gosh, ball 1, he got squeezed, did Roki. Turner 0 for 1. He grounded out to third on the very first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. On this 1-0, JT will swing and send a fly ball the opposite field. Teoscar Hernandez on the run, on the warning track. He reaches out and hauls it in as he runs into the wall. Teo really just extended that left glove arm out there on the warning track, and the ball dropped into it.
You ever play horse basketball?
Yeah.
Where you make a shot, and especially if you make a spectacular shot, and they say, okay, now your turn? That's what the outfields are doing here tonight.
It seems that way. Here's Nico Horner. First pitch up and in with a fastball, ball one.
Yeah, they make a catch, they turn, they fold their arms. Okay, now let's see what you do.
2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 Cubs here in the 4th inning. The pitch from Sasaki, taken at the knees, strike one to level the count. It's like, was that the old McDonald's commercial with Jordan and Bird and was Magic Johnson in that one too? I forget, but yeah, it's just all these guys in the outfield just trying to one-up each other. As Sasaki misses inside with the fork ball, 2 balls and a strike.
So were you any good at horse?
Yeah, you find your go-to shots. I was all right. Played basketball growing up. Yeah. Here's the 2-1 from Roki. Swinging a ground ball to short. Gobbled up by Betts. Shuffles and throws across to Freddie Freeman. It's a 1-2-3 4th inning for Roki Sasaki. Still 1-0 Cubs in the middle of the
Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Hit well, right field, Kyle Tucker, first homer as a Cub, and they have the lead. It is 3-1, no doubter to right for number 30.
It's just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on, it's time to go, and he's going.
Dodgers Audio Network.
Pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Bottom of the 4th begins. Dodgers trailing 1-0. Brown's pitch slow. Freddie cannot check his swing, though, so it's 0-1. Righty ready. And Freddie chops a second strike off the plate and then off his back leg. Quickly 0-2.
We were talking last night about what a good ball game that was, and this one equally entertaining to this point.
Wow. Last night,
some defense.
Yeah. Sorry, Mo. I didn't mean to step on your toes there. Last night was the pitching. Tonight was the defense in the field so far. 0-2 to Freddie. Curveball bounces off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You have Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, and Michael Conforto on the docket for the Dodgers here in the 4th, trying to even the score or take the lead here as they try to take the series from the Cubs. The 1-2 pitch, and Freddie strikes out swinging. So Freddie now 0 for 2 tonight. Brown's 5th K starts the 4th.
Hey, friends, you can celebrate Korean Heritage Night right here at Dodger Stadium Wednesday. That's when the Rockies are in. Enjoy the live music. There's going to be handcrafted food, live performances. So purchase a special ticket pack and receive an exclusive Korean Heritage Night jersey presented by Genro. So for more information, Dodgers.com/promotions.
Teoscar Hernandez lays off a fastball outside. 1-0. Teo singled his first time up in the 1st inning. Dodgers had 1st and 3rd in that frame. 2 outs, though. Couldn't get anybody home. The 1-0 pitch. Teoscar takes again. Fastball inside. Called a strike. And Teoscar not happy with John Lipka. Same way Dansby Swanson was at the last half inning. Bases empty. 1 out. Bottom 4. On this 1-1, Teo holds the bat on the shoulders. Fastball hits the outside corner. Comfortably strike 2. Advantage to Brown. Best outing this season for Ben Brown so far. And he came into tonight with an ERA of 7.71. The 1-2 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But he has kept the Dodgers at bay outside that first inning, Mo. There's been nothing against him. And again, 5 strikeouts.
Yeah, when he's thrown strikes, and when he misses, he's not missing by a country mile.
The 2-2 coming. And Hernandez hits it on the ground and through the left side by a diving Justin Turner. A 1-out base hit for Teoscar, who's 2 for 2.
Number 23, Michael Conforto.
The 11th 2-strike hit of the season for Teoscar Hernandez. Mo, that has been a huge development and improvement the early goings of 2025 for Hernandez.
Yeah, and both of them tonight, 2 strikes.
1 on, 1 out for Michael Conforto. Tying run aboard for the Dodgers in the 4th inning. Brown will keep Hernandez honest with a pickoff attempt. Teo did not have to slide. He just raced back to the bag. Conforto struck out looking to end the first inning threat with Ohtani on 3rd and Teoscar on 1st. That's where Teo is here again in the 4th. Is Conforto pushed the fly ball to left field. Happ drifts over toward the line, and right inside of it, he makes the catch. 2 gone in the 4th.
What happened left field is, I think, one of those players that kind of lives below the radar. You know, consider that 2-time Gold Glove winner in left field. He's not the fastest guy, but he's batting the leadoff spot. He's really been a big, important part of the Chicago Cubs.
Similar attributes to the guy now in the batter's box for the Dodgers. Tommy Edman, 2 out and a runner on. Again, Brown keeping Teoscar close to the bag with a pickoff attempt. Tommy struck out looking in the 2nd, so he's 0 for 1. First pitch from Brown. Edman swings and fouls it straight back into the net. Strike 1.
You were talking earlier about Edman and the company he's keeping in the home runs department. Even though, just 15 games have been played by the Dodgers, you still wouldn't expect Edman to be in the upper echelon as far as long balls.
He joked about it last night. He's like, you look at that, there's a lot of guys who are big. They look the same, and then there's me. Edman with another swing, another foul ball back into the net. Quickly 0-2.
But when you look at the bat speed of Edman, he's able to generate a lot of hand speed. It's not that he's swinging hard. It's quick.
He's hitting the ball hard, much harder than he ever has in his career. Up to 14 RBIs to go along with the 6 home runs. Tied for the most in all of Major League Baseball. Teoscar Hernandez on 1st. Conservative lead. 2 outs in the 4th inning. The Dodgers trailing by 1. An 0-2 pitch. Edman swings and pops it back foul over the net. Stays alive. And I think that's the beauty of baseball, Mo. To Edman's quote, a bunch of guys who look the same, and then there's me. It doesn't matter if you're Aaron Judge at 6'7" or Tommy Edman, who's listed at 5'10", perhaps generously. Another 0-2. Down and inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think of Freddie Patek when he's playing the Kansas City Royals, who was listed at 5'6", and I'm not certain he was there. He was asked once, well, how's it feel being the smallest player in Major League Baseball? He says, a lot better than being the smallest player in minor league baseball.
That's a great line. The 1-2, Edman swings, fly ball, left center field. This is going to be caught by Pete Crow Armstrong, and it is in left center. So Teoscar's 1-out single stranded by Ben Brown, who is now done with 4 shutout.
Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the 9th, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
At San Manuel. Find out more at Yamamoto.com.
Roki Sasaki will try to do something right now that he's yet to do in his young major league career, and that's recorded out in the 5th inning. His first pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong. Swung on and fouled back. Strike 1. He pitched into the 5th in Philly his last time out, Mo. Faced a couple of batters, but didn't record an out. So 4+ is what he had in the box score. Crow Armstrong batting from the left side. He's 0 for 1 tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Another foul ball. This one into the net. PCA offered at the fork ball. And Sasaki got a swing and strike 2.
Yeah, that outing in Philadelphia gave up back-to-back singles, a stolen base in that first inning, and an infield out. Scored the only run that he gave up.
The 0-2 pitch, called strike 3. Oh, he lands the fork ball at the knees. And that is the 3rd K for Sasaki tonight. 1 gone in the 5th, and there you have it. The new career high in innings pitched for a game by Roki Sasaki. Now the last of the order, Carson Kelly, who walked his first time up. That was in the 3rd inning. 1-0 Chicago. Kelly swings and fouls back, strike 1. Sasaki, that 4th inning, Mo, was huge. He threw 26 pitches in the 3rd inning that really elevated and bloated his pitch count, but just 9 pitches in the 4th to get things back on track. Check swing, he couldn't hold, so it's quickly 0-2 for Sasaki against Kelly.
Again, here's the number 9 hitter. If he's going to get on base, it has to be because he's swinging the bat, not walking as he did the first time up tonight.
1-0 Chicago. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 5th. The 0-2. Line drive, and it eats Tommy up, and it skips by into center field. So there's a 1-out single for Carson Kelly, who reaches for a second time tonight. There was a hot shot that buzzed the tower of Sasaki, and Tommy couldn't come up with it.
Will go as a base hit.
And I don't disagree with that scoring either. That was a well-struck baseball by Kelly.
Those are the kind of plays that from time to time we'll see somebody, the official score, may say, well, it's an error. And my answer has been, get a glove, go down there and see if it's an error or not.
First pitch to Ian Happ, inside with a heater, 1-0. 3rd time through begins for Roki Sasaki. We do have activity in the Dodger bullpen. Nobody's throwing yet, but Alex Vesia is up. Here's the 1-0 pitch with 1 on and 1 out. There's strike 1 on the outside corner. Sasaki plants on the mound. Ball at the waist, up to the side of his head. Kicks and deals. It's all about building blocks for Roki Sasaki. Anthony Banda, actually the first Dodger reliever throwing in the bullpen now. 70th pitch of the game upcoming. Here it is. And Happ doesn't bite on the fork ball. 2-2. And this is something we discussed in the pregame show, and we encourage each other and everybody listening to remind yourself when watching Roki Sasaki pitch, this is a rookie. As that is poked into left field, little drop down for a base hit for Ian Happ. He's got singles his last 2 plate appearances. 1st and 2nd, 1 out in the 5th for Chicago, already up 1-0. But he is nowhere near as accomplished or polished as Yoshinobu Yamamoto was coming over from Japan. Doesn't have the same arsenal. He's still developing a 3rd pitch, let alone the 5 or 6 we now see from Yama. And so the runway, you have to give Sasaki some grace and give him a chance to learn tough lessons.
Yeah, he needs the experience, and you don't get experience by reading a book.
First pitch to Kyle Tucker, fouled away, strike 1.
You can learn how to do it. You can get some pretty good ideas on how to do it, how to apply it. Well, you're going to have to go out and do it.
1st and 2nd, 1 down, top of the 5th. Kyle Tucker at the plate. And now the 0-1 pitch. Waved at strike 2. Oh, Sasaki fooled him with the forkball. This is a similar situation brewing in the 5th as we saw in the 3rd when Chicago loaded the bases with one out. And Sasaki got out of the jam thanks in large part to a 5-star catch in center field by Andy Pages. That is a foul ball, just foul of the first base bag.
And remember, it was Tucker hit that line drive over to left center field in the 1st inning, and a sliding catch also by Pages. He's made 2 highlight plays already tonight.
Still 0-2 for Tucker. One of the star sluggers that we have in Major League Baseball at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Left side, foul ground. Muncy drifts over and makes the catch right next to the third base coach box. 2 gone.
Looks like a pinch hitter.
Yeah, for the DH, Seiya Suzuki.
And I just wonder, Suzuki has had some issues, reoccurring oblique issues. And just wonder if that's the case here. We have no idea what the issue is, but not able to continue.
Another mound visit coming. Mark Pryor and Will Ireton out there along with the Dodger infielder Roki Sasaki. 1st and 2nd, 2 out top of the 5th. The Dodgers trailing 1-0. Sasaki had 75 pitches. This is another thing he's never done before, Bo. Talked about recording an out in the 5th inning. He's done that. Got 2 here tonight. Also had yet to throw more than 70 pitches in a game. He's now eclipsed that mark here this evening. So another step in his progression and growth. Probably getting a quick scouting report with the pinch hitter at the plate. It's Miguel Amaya. He was the starting catcher last night in the series opener. Suzuki out of the game, Amaya into it. And a big spot for Chicago, just trying to push this Game 2 lead. Sasaki sets, here's the pitch. Amaya takes, ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Amaya last night was 0 for 3. He's hitting .242 this year. OPS below 600. Sasaki out of the stretch. Swinging a foul ball back to our right on the field level. 1-1.
I'm not certain on the field right now how difficult it may be to see the ball, but we're approaching that twilight where it can become an adventure.
Twilight at Dodger Stadium, the bright lights, sun setting. Yeah, it's not easy. 1-1, check swing. Yes, he did. That's strike 2. Pinch hitter Amaya looking at a 1-2 count. Sasaki needs 1 more strike to finish the 5th inning. 1-0 Cubs. We'll wait a moment. Sasaki will step off the rubber for a second. His time was granted to Amaya. Steps back in, taps the plate once, digs in on the right side. Sasaki is ready. So is Amaya. Here's the pitch. Check swing again. This time he held up, says first base umpire Sean Barber. So now it's 2-2. Ooh. Check swing calls, that's as gray as it gets in all of sport. To make those calls accurately, it is difficult. So the 80th pitch of the night. Line foul into the net north of the Dodger dugout. This will assuredly be the end of the line for Roki Sasaki. Trying to get through 5 innings. Dodgers trailing 1-0. Cubs have 2 on and 2 out. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted high in the air. Left field, Conforto fighting the twilight. He's got a read on it, and he's got the 3rd out. So Sasaki finishes the 5th and has given the Dodgers a chance.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the ninth, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Cameron Meisner.
Disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Dodgers still well within striking distance. They trail the Cubs 1-0. Bottom of the fifth, as the bottom of the order due up. Muncy, Pages, and Barnes. The first pitch to Muncy. Taken in the dirt. The curveball missed. Ball one. Max 0 for 1, struck out looking in the second inning. Average now at 170 this year for Muncy. There's the 1-0. Muncy chops strike one, foul. Well, should we mention it again, Mo?
Yes.
Muncy still without a home run this year. Fewest amount of home runs through 13 games as a Dodger. 0. But he has 13 home runs in 41 games against the Cubs. Swinging a foul ball back. Banging below the Spanish radio booth. Another play that Jose Mota couldn't come up with. I'm just kidding, my friend.
Oh, he'll hear about it.
I'll tell him about it. The 1-2 pitch coming. Off the hands, didn't miss by much, but it was inside. 2-2 for Muncy. And more concerning for Max is the level of strikeouts this year. Mention the one he has tonight. And this ball is ripped into center field, right up the middle for a leadoff single. So it wasn't a home run, Mo, but the Dodgers will take that. Getting the leadoff man aboard, the tying run on base.
And that's why Dave Roberts has moved Muncy down in the lineup, even though right-handed pitchers on the mound tonight. Moving in the 7th spot, hoping that he can get it going and get hot, and then he'll move up in the lineup.
Well, Andy Pages, he has flashed the leather tonight. How about the lumber? First pitch from Brown, misses outside, ball one. We talk about that often in this game. Defense spilling over into the offense. The 1-0 pitch. Pages can't check up. Strike one anyway as it hit the outside corner. Andy grounded out to second his first time up. He's 0 for 4 now in the series. Batting 156 this year. As Muncy on first, no outs, bottom 5. The pitch. Fastball misses away. 2 balls and a strike. Advantage Pages.
That's a good take right there because Pages, you start to look at numbers last year. He was much more consistent balls inside than he was on pitches that are away from him. And does he understand the top of the strike zone? Does he understand the outside part of the strike zone?
Brown out of the stretch, the 2-1. Pages swings and hits it to shallow center. Racing in is PCA. He covers a lot of ground out there. Even with the late jump, he makes the catch. One gone. Last of the order, Austin Barnes is 0 for 1 with a K. Dodgers just have not been able to solve Ben Brown tonight. Brown, highly thought of in Chicago. Rough start to the year, but he's really put it together tonight against the Dodgers. Barnes first pitch swinging, roll it to short. This could be 2. It will be 2. 6, 4, and 3. So Muncy's leadoff base hit squandered by the Dodgers, and Brown ends up.
Goldschmidt swings at the first pitch. And lofts it to left center field and deep. Track, wall, see ya! There's a leadoff hitter, 1-0 Yanks. Bellinger lost one deep to right center. There it goes, into the bleachers, see ya! Back to back, that one's driven deep to left field. There it goes, see ya! Back to back to back, 3-0 Yankees.
To mourn the loss of an athletics legend and one of the greatest players in Major League Baseball history, Rickey Henderson. Today, we honor his memory with his number 24 on our backs, all season long with his number 24 on our sleeves, and forever, his legacy in our hearts. Now, please join us in a 24-second moment of silence for the late, great Rickey Henderson.
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there. Head of the wall. It is gone. Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kevin, we talked about the hips and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Resort and Casino at San Manuel. San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
The sixth inning starts with a pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now on the mound for your Dodgers, Ben Kasparius. The right-hander takes over after Roki Sasaki finished 5 innings for the first time in his big league career. 1 run, it was earned. 4 hits, including a home run. 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. That home run hit by the man leading off against Ben Kasparius, Michael Busch, who takes ball 1 downstairs. The former Dodger farmhand is 1 for 2 tonight with that solo blast, which led off the second inning. And Busch rips another one to right field. Hit pretty well. Teoscar back, and this will bang off the bottom of the scoreboard in right. Busch hustling for second. He slides in safely with a leadoff double. And really, he's now 2 for 3, Mo. But keep in mind, the one time he was retired, he was mere inches away from a grand slam, if not for the sparkling play of Andy Pages in center field. So Busch has hammered the ball all night.
Yes, he has. He has not had one swing. You say, well, he was fooled.
Busch came into tonight 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts this year against the Dodgers. You do recall he was very good against his old club last year, but it hadn't been the case. Well, 2024, Busch is back seemingly tonight. Strike 1 to Dansby Swanson, a breaking ball in the heart of the plate, 0-1. Dodgers trailing 1-0. Busch on second, no outs, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Now Swanson swings, and it's a high fly ball, left field and deep. Conforto back. He is at the wall. He reaches up and makes the grab. Dansby Swanson just missed putting one into the Dodger bullpen. That died at the wall.
Third baseman, Justin Turner.
Ultimately, though, it's just out number 1.
A long one at that.
And a scary one for Ben Kasparius, who now welcomes Justin Turner to the plate. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 6th. Dodgers chasing a run. The pitch. JT spins out of the way, but it lands on the inside corner. Strike 1.
The Dodgers are playing really an exaggerated pull to the left side of the infield.
The 0-1 pitch. Turner swings and fouls it away. Quickly 0-2. JT is 0 for 2 tonight. 9 great years with the Dodgers. 2014 through the end of 2022. Team's all-time leader in postseason games, hits, RBIs, runs scored. Clemente Award winner that last year with the Dodgers as well. The 0-2. Kasparius spikes a ball. Good block by Austin Barnes, who had to crab walk over to his right keep that ball in front of him. Bush holds on second. Year 17 in the major leagues for Justin Turner. It's on a one-year deal with the Cubs. The 1-2 hit on the ground left side, and Mookie's not going to get it. Bush is waved around. He's going to score. RBI single for Justin Turner. 2-0 Chicago.
Well, that surprises me. If you're going to play really an exaggerated pull on the left side of the infield, you can't be throwing up a really a hanging curveball out away.
So Turner on first, still only one out, and the Dodger deficit now 2. Nico Hoerner batting from the right side, lays off a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Kasparius stretches and has strike 1. One on, one out, and now a 1-1 pitch. Roller to short. Mookie goes to second. They're only going to get 1. Turner retired on the force.
Well, friends, looking ahead, Rockies come in on Monday night, and it's also going to be Hello Kitty night. For the first 40,000 fans in attendance, you'll receive a Hello Kitty Squish Plush. So come out and join us. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
2 out. Now Hoerner on first base. Pickoff attempt. Ooh, Kasparius almost caught him. Hoerner was shuffling to his right as Kasparius started his pickoff move.
If the throw is low, they might have had the tag, but Freeman had to reach up high, just about below the cap high.
Carl Armstrong fouls back, strike 1 into the net. Nothing in 1 on PCA. Muncy still a couple feet onto the grass at third base, guarding against the speed of Crow Armstrong. Hoerner has speed on the bases, and the throw is wide. Hoerner takes off for second. Freddie fields it, but because it hit off the camera well, went into the camera well, that ball's dead, and Hoerner is given second base. So Kasparius.
That's just a horrible throw. It almost picked off the first base coach.
Yeah, Jose Javier had to dance out of the way. So now you have speed in scoring position. Instead of focusing on Crow Armstrong in the box, you wanted to keep Hoerner honest, but now you got more stress. Kasparius misses up and away with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike on PCA. 2-0 Cubs. Justin Turner with an RBI base hit here in the top of the 6th. Kasparius is 1-1. Misses outside. Advantage to PCA. Those 3 letters were chanted in the Tokyo Dome when the Cubs and Dodgers are there for the Tokyo series. Japanese fans embracing the young center fielder. The 2-1. Can't check his swing. 2-2. High offering from Kasparius. Squares the count. One more strike to get. Hoerner on second. 2 outs. Top 6. 2-0 Chicago. Pitch. Spoiled by Crow Armstrong. Fouls it back toward his own on-deck circle. Pitch. Got him swinging, strike 3, but still an RBI single for Justin Turner. So going to the bottom of the 6th, it's the former Dodgers 2 and the current Dodgers nothing.
Shouldn't I be trusted?
The crowds would be surprised to know how crafty you are, Pisces. And not just when it comes to your batting skills. You're able to spin any opportunity into gold, and you might want to expand your income outside of playing ball. Maybe it's time to hunt for a rare baseball card, or invent a new snack that could be sold at the park.
Mackenzie Gore to the mound. Fastball down and in for the strikeout. Down and away. So that's 3 straight and number 5. Oh, that's on the inside edge. 10 strikeouts now.
13 strikeouts. A new Nationals opening day record for Mackenzie Gore. He'll depart the mound to a standing ovation to the first base side. 6 one-hit shutout innings for Gore against the Phillies.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Bush with a solo home run. Justin Turner with an RBI single for the Cubs against the Dodgers. 2-0 Chicago, bottom of the 6th. As the top of the order, due up. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. Sun is nearly set on Blue Heaven. Not on this game, though. First pitch from Ben Brown. Ohtani takes strike 1 at the knees. Fastball at 95. Shohei is 1 for 2, singled in the first, stole his 4th base of the year, and grounded out to second. On this 0-1, Ohtani takes again, low at the fastball this time, so it's 1-1. Dodgers will need to come back again. They've done that several times already this year. Brown misses outside with a heater, 2 balls and a strike, advantage to Shohei. 4-4 are the Dodgers when trailing after 5 innings. Most wins in Major League Baseball when trailing after 5. The 2-1 coming. And Ohtani torches it down the right field line. It will hook foul. That was smoked, but right of the pole. So it ends up being strike 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Ohtani has this one in fair territory. Hit deep. It is caught at the wall. I got Mo. I got to wear that. It was caught on the warning track by Kyle Tucker.
The trajectory off the bat, you figure the way that he hits the ball many times with backspin, and it is going to continue going and going.
Instead, that's out number 1 here for Ben Brown in the bottom of the 6th. So now Mookie Betts, who's 0 for 2. The pitch. Fastball away, 1-0 for Mookie. Pitch coming. Fastball in there, strike 1, levels the count. Chevy Truck Month. So there's no better time to do what you do best than a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. The 1-1 pitch. Mookie hits it right at Justin Turner. Excuse me, we got a new third baseman in the game. That's Gage Workman taking over for JT at the hot corner.
First baseman.
I think the Cubs will be looking at it. This is really the first inning that Brown has been hit hard. But the Dodgers 0 for 2 in this inning.
Couple of lineouts. Now Freddie Freeman, 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 Chicago. First pitch swinging and missing. Strike one against Freddie. He's 0 for 2 for his first hit off the injured list. Pitch. And the crowd trying to do its part at Dodger Stadium as Brown misses low the heater. 1-1 for Freeman. Freddie chance. Last night it was bobblehead night for Freddie. Charlie threw at the first pitch. On this 1-1. Freeman bounces the ball by the glove of Brown and into center field for a 2-out base hit. Cub pitcher was frustrated he couldn't corral that grounder, so Freddie does have his first hit off the injured list. And now the tying run comes to the plate with Teoscar Hernandez. Brown out of the stretch. Teo waves at strike one. A fastball right in the heart of the plate. But Teoscar couldn't find it. Freddie on first, 2 out, bottom 6. Dodgers chasing 2. Check swing, right side. Horner is over to get it, field it, and Teoscar's retired. The 6th inning is complete. 6 scoreless innings from Ben Brown. The Cubs still lead.
Carson Kelly's had himself quite a night.
Walk, homer, 2 RBI single, and now this 2-base hit.
Carson Kelly, this is his last chance, you would think, at getting a cycle.
Center field, going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle!
First cycle since Mark Grace.
Dodgers up 2-0, and the batter is Tommy Edman. That ball is crushed in the air to left field. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He got enough! And it's Tommy Tanks with the first home run in Tokyo. Yeah, the first home run of the 25 campaign comes from 25. Well, that was a big-time swing for 2 strikes. Tommy Edman looking like a cleanup man up there.
In the dirt, gets away, here comes Hill, he's gonna score, 3 wins, 3 walk-offs to start the season.
Kyle, you can't make this stuff up.
What a way to begin the season for the Marlins.
The first place Marlins.
And all the Pirates can do is tuck their tails and get out of town. What a start for this bunch led by Clayton McCullough. They don't care how they're gonna win, they'll just find a way to do it.
Baseball continues on its official home.
Top of the 7th, brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Cubs 2, Dodgers nothing. Game 2 now into the final 3 innings. Top of the 7th. Ben Kasperius still out there on the mound. Strike one to the number 9 hitter Carson Kelly, who's reached both times tonight a walk and a base hit. Hitting .364 this year is Kelly, his first year as a Cub. Kasperius gets a foul ball to the right side, quickly 0-2. On the 31st of March, Kelly and the Cubs were in Sacramento facing the A's, and Kelly hit for the cycle. 4 for 4. With 2 walks, so he reached all 6 plate appearances that night. Drove in 5 and scored 3 times. 0-2 from Kasperius, way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The temperatures have certainly dropped here at Dodger Stadium as the sun has fully set, and it does seem like the marine layer is settled in here as well. 1-2. Oh, and Kelly launches to left field. Conforto at the wall, and this one is gone. Carson Kelly, a solo home run to left field leading off the top of the 7th, his 3rd of the year. And now it is 3-0 Cubs. Marine layer, no marine layer mode. That ball was going out.
It was going out. We've been talking about, well, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You have to make him swing the bat to get on base. Well, he's walked once. That was on a 3-2 pitch back in the 3rd inning. Then a single, and now he hits it out.
So the deficit grows for the Dodgers. Ball 1 to Ian Happ. The lineup turns over. Happ is 2 for 3 with a pair of base hits. Solo home run for Carson Kelly. Second home run for the Cubs tonight. Casparius bounces back with strike 1 on the outer third to even the count. Now Happ pulls one foul of the first base side. 1-2. Just the second time this season that the Dodgers have been scoreless through 6 innings. Hiroki Sasaki will not get his first major league win tonight, but he is on the hook for a loss unless the Dodger offense can pick him up late. Fouled back in the net, still 1-2 for Happ, and he came around and hit Barnes with his follow-through. He checks on Barnesy, who appears to be okay, thankfully. 5 innings for Sasaki, 1 run on the Michael Busch homer. One of 4 hits he gave up, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, through 81 pitches, 50 of them for strikes. And Casparius has been touched up twice, so the deficit swells to 3-0 as he misses high with a fastball, 2-2. And Casparius giving up runs also snaps the scoreless stretch that the Dodger bullpen had in recent days here, Mo. First, this 2-2 pitch to Happ. Low and away, full count. They had gone 12 2/3 without giving up a run.
They've been lights out in doing some things. And the other part, too, as we said really before the ball game yesterday, that the Dodgers' goal was to get into Cubs bullpen, which has struggled recently.
Casparius misses upstairs. It's a walk to Happ. So after the home run to Kelly, Happ reaches. Still no outs, top of the 7th. Well, the Cubs offense, it shouldn't surprise anybody, came into the series as the highest scoring offense in Major League Baseball. Its kryptonite in the young season, though, has been the Dodgers staff. But tonight they lead 3-0 as Tucker goes around on a pitch top the zone, strike 1, and a failed check swing. Happ, short lead off first. Casparius out of the stretch. Pickoff attempt. Sidearm throw from Ben into the glove of Freeman, but no tag applied to Happ. We saw Casparius try a pickoff attempt from Nico Horner last inning. Went into the camera well, so that was the Dodgers' lone error tonight. The 0-1 to Tucker, and he waves at strike 2. Casparius is really fooling with Kyle Tucker here in the 7th inning, which is far easier said than done. Cubs 3, Dodgers nothing. Top of the 7th, 1 on, nobody out still. The 0-2 pitch, and Tucker pulls a base hit into right field. Just a little looper, and Teoscar just picks up. Happ cuts the bag, goes first to third. And so it's a 2-strike single for Kyle Tucker. The first 3 have reached for Chicago here in the 7th. Still no outs. That looked like a little bit of a cement mixer. It was inside, but Tucker was able to pull the hands in.
Yeah, a little inside on the breaking ball, but not a particularly good breaking ball to begin with.
So now they're at the corners of the Cubs. Still no outs. Miguel Amaya batting from the right side. He's 0 for 1. Entered the game as an injury replacement for Seiya Suzuki, and Amaya lines the base into center field. That drops in. Happ will score. 4-0 Cubs. Tucker goes first to second. Amaya clapping his hands off first base, extending the Chicago lead. And game 2 is starting to get away from the Dodgers. Seiya Suzuki left the game. Our good friend Buster Olney of ESPN is here tonight. ESPN Radio has the call in the booth over from us. He said Suzuki was jammed on a pitch, and the Cubs are evaluating what exactly went wrong, but he just didn't feel right after a pitch inside on him. But Amaya, his replacement, just drove in a run. And now you got Michael Busch at the plate. Fouls back the first pitch from Kasperius, strike one. Busch has been tearing the cover off the ball tonight, Mo. Solo home run in the second, inches away from a grand slam in the third. Andy Paja's highlight reel catch at the wall, and then a double in the sixth when he came around to score on Justin Turner's RBI single. Ball in the dirt, 1-1 strike. The count for Kasperius against Busch. Here's the pitch. Busch, right center field. That will get down. Cut off by Pajas. Being waved around is Tucker. There will not be a play at the plate. 5-0 Chicago. Another RBI for Michael Busch. Still no outs at the top of the seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cubs to reach safely in succession. And so now Ben Kasperius, Mo, you're thinking, if you're listening, wait, is there action in the pen? This is a game that I think Dave Roberts is going to say, Ben, you got to eat it.
Yeah, he may just wear it because Mark Pryor, the Dodgers pitching coach, just now has gone to the phone in the Dodgers dugout.
Stirring in the bullpen, but nobody throwing. First and second, no outs, 5-0 Cubs. Here's Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss, strike one.
There's been some pitches in bad locations in this inning, and the results have been bad.
Now Swanson to left field. That's in for a hit. Conforto over to cut it off. Green light for Amaya. There won't be a relay home. If there's a good relay from Conforto to Mookie, maybe there's a chance, but either way, Amaya scores. 6-0 Cubs, and the Bluebirds are out at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, the damage is done with a base hit, but Conforto's throw in landed about 10 or 15 feet in front of Mookie Betts, who is the lead cutoff man.
Third baseman number 25, Gage Workman.
The Cubs with 4 runs in this inning without recording an out. First and second, 6-0 Chicago. Now Gage Workman at the plate. Workman came in as a defensive replacement for Justin Turner the last half inning. As Chicago is just giving it to Ben Kasperius right now. Ben had given up just 5 hits all year prior to tonight. He's got 7 hits against him in an inning plus this evening. Still trying to record his first out of the 7th. Ground ball up the middle. Mookie is there. Steps on the bag. Will not throw to first, and that's a smart decision by Betts. Fielder's choice for Workman. They'll be at the corners with 1 out now.
Second baseman number 2, Nico Horner.
So Swanson off the base pass. Workman takes his place. Over to third is Michael Busch. Now, Nico Horner. Contact second baseman. First and third, 1 out. 6-0. The Dodgers trail now. 4 runs for Chicago, and they got 2 outs to get more here in the 7th. The pitch with Workman running. Barnes throwing to second. That's a stolen base for Gage Workman. 2 in scoring position now. First base opens up. It's another successful stolen base against the Dodgers this year. 16 out of 17 successful attempts. This pitching staff does just not control the run game at all. Dodger infield comes in. Here's the pitch. Fouled over the net, 1-1. And the Cubs, as we've talked about a few times already this series, Mo, they will run wild on you. Most stolen bases in the game.
And they've stolen 25 out of 26 coming to this game. Say one other thing, too, in this inning. They're taking some healthy swings.
Infield remains in the 1-1 pitch. Corner fly ball right field. He did his job. Hernandez settles underneath it. Tagging from third is Bush. There won't be a throw home. The throw goes to the infield. Workman tags and goes from second to third. Bush slides in safely on the sacrifice fly. 7-0 Cubs here in the 7th. For the 7th heaven, well, this is 7th. Here comes Dave Roberts. Ben Kasparius cannot complete 2 innings out of the bullpen. Runner at third, 2 outs. 9th Cub hitter to the plate when we come back on the Dodgers Audio Network.
Yeah, I love that Speedy Cash.
When life throws you a curveball, make Speedy Cash your home base to apply for the cash you need. Speedy Cash offers financial solutions.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country.
Look out in Burnaby.
Oilers and the new NPF Hydro Furnace. Next level comfort, perfect for your home and the environment. Learn more at hydrofurnace.com. Luis Garcia now on the mound for the Dodgers. He'll face Pete Crow Armstrong, 9th Cub to bat here in the top of the 7th. The Cubs have already plated 5, so the Dodgers now trail 7-0. Runner on third, 2 out. Here's the pitch from Garcia. Down and in, ball 1. Crow Armstrong is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Trying to get in on the fun that the Cubs are having in this 7th inning. Garcia out of the stretch, third base side of the rubber. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball, center field. Pajas running back and is there in front of the warning track to haul in the line drive. So good contact for Crow Armstrong, but an out for Garcia. They strand a runner, but 5 runs on 5 hits.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again! The unstoppable opening day machine! Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country.
Look out in Burnaby.
Absolute tank, right center field. It is off the wall. To second goes Ohtani. To home goes Ohtani. It was a home run.
And the question is, without the fans, would have it been a home run?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank.
Downstroke deep to left center field. That's way back there. Head of the wall. It is gone. Christian Campbell with his first major league home run. Absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kevin, we talked about the hips, and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Forget about it! On the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Ben Brown is out. Right-hander Julian Merriweather is in. Facing 5, 6, and 7 for the Dodgers, beginning with Michael Conforto. 7-0 the Cubs now lead. Strike one on Michael. Fastball at 96, right at the knees. 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning, all charged to Ben Kasparius. 9 to the plate for Chicago in that frame. Merriweather misses low and away with 98. 1-1 to Conforto, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Well, they got 9 outs, Mo, and a beleaguered Cubs bullpen. Merriweather in there with strike 2. 1-2 the count on Conforto, because they just could not see or solve Ben Brown tonight. 6 shutout innings, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks, and just 84 pitches. Lowered his ERA to 5.09. That was from 7.71. Merriweather in the dirt, 2-2 for Conforto.
Dodger hitter just never did seem to pick up the baseball. A couple of close ones, including Ohtani.
The 2-2. Conforto swings and pops a foul over the net, changing the count. Bottom of the 7th here, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Whether you are banking on a Dodger comeback. Eight of their first 11 wins are comeback wins. Conforto swings through, strike 3, 1 gone in the 7th inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Tommy Edman, 1 out, nobody on. Merriweather's first pitch, up and away, ball 1. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Fastball top the zone. And then still batting from the left side against the righty Merriweather. Tommy's 0 for 2 this evening with a strikeout. Edman slashed it to the left field side. It will drift out of play for strike 2.
Exceptions, everything. Just look at the scoreboard. The Dodgers have been hitting from behind in the count a lot tonight.
1 ball and 2 strikes against Tommy. Merriweather into his windup. Edman slashes another one foul on the left field side. Dodgers trailing 7-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5 runs in the top half for the Cubs. Merriweather bounces a breaking ball off the plate, 2-2. Padres won again, shutting out the Rockies again, 2-0 at Petco. Edman rolls one to second. Horner is there to his left and makes the play, 2 out. Meanwhile, the Giants lost in New York. The Yankees won that game 8-4. So the Giants fall to 10-4. The Padres improve to 12-3. Look at this division entering today. San Diego, San Francisco, and the Dodgers, the only teams in baseball with at least 10 wins, and they're all in the same division. First pitch to Muncy. I don't know where it missed, but Muncy will take that call. Ball 1. Here's the pitch. This one is a little too low. Ball 2. Max singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. The pitch. Foul back. 2-1.
Muncy, the final game of the initial homestand, did flirt with that newfangled bat that everybody's talking about, the torpedo bat.
Upstairs, 3-1.
But he didn't have any success with it. Then I noticed during the game he was 0 for 3. Last time when he came up, he went back to his regular bat. As you can see, it was different. A 2-run double. He has stayed with his normal bat since.
Muncy on the 3-1, swinging away. High fly ball, shallow right field. Tucker is camped out. There's out number 3. A 1-2-3 7th for Merriweather. At the end of 7 full, it's the Cubs 7 and the Dodgers nada.
When you want Dodgers.
Please welcome 2025 National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki. Wow. Great pitch, Ichiro. And congratulations on your well-deserved induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. We cannot wait to celebrate you all season long. Hit well, right field, Kyle Tucker. First homer as a Cub, and they have the lead. It is 3-1, no doubter to right for number 30.
It was just a matter of time, and we talk about the irrelevance of spring training statistics and performance, and he really scuffled throughout spring training, but the lights are on, it's time to go, and he's going.
Dodgers 7-0, top of the 8th. Begins with Luis Garcia against Carson Kelly. Strike 1. Kelly leading off the 8th. He led off the 7th, and he did so with a home run to left field. That made it 3-0. The floodgates then swung wide open on Ben Kasparias. 5 runs in the 7th for the Cubs to turn this into a blowout. Garcia misses not by much on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9 to the plate in that frame. 5 runs on 5 hits. The Cubs now have 7 runs total on 11 hits. Garcia's 1-1. Kelly waves at strike 2. It is the 9th time the first 17 games that the Cubs have scored at least 7 in a single game. That is the most in baseball. And another example of this being the best offense in the game right now. This is a team that can beat you in different ways as well, Mo, and that's what makes them a really tough matchup for any staff. A 1-2 pitch from Garcia in the dirt, 2-2.
Well, a lot of different dimensions when you start about putting staffs together. Everybody says, well, the Dodgers, you look at their staff and say, well, they've got a lot of starters, they've got a lot of relievers. Yes, and they're planning for postseason and down the stretch.
2-2 pitch, and spoiled, foul by Kelly.
And the Dodgers learned last year that the importance of a strong bullpen when you get to postseason is never going to be underrated because their bullpen was sensational.
Still 2-2 to the leadoff batter Kelly here in the top of the 8th. 7-0 Cubs. Another foul ball. Here in the 8th inning, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times.
I thought that was the second brain fade of the night. I had the first one.
The 2-2. There's strike 3. Oh, nope. Got a piece of it, did Kelly. So another foul ball means another pitch from Garcia. No, I am trying every game to get you to join the Morongo read and yell good times. And I keep failing, but I'm going to keep trying. Another 2-2 pitch. This was way outside in the dirt.
Where did you go to college?
Chapman University.
Okay, so that's the old college try.
It's the old college try,
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, folks, if you missed it, at the very top of the telecast, Mo, as always, opened the show. Well, first let's see a 3-2 pitch. It's a blowout, so don't get on us too bad. 7-0 Cubs. And that's a walk, a leadoff pass to Kelly, who reaches again. That's 4 times aboard for the number 9 hitter and the catcher, Carson Kelly. But Mo opened the broadcast with live from Dodger Stadium. Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Monday alongside. And the most pregnant pause that you can imagine, that's what it was. And then he remembered my name.
I had to check. No, I had to check my calendars and make sure who I was working with tonight.
1-0, nobody on top of the 8th. Here's Ian Happ, first pitch swinging, way foul. That might get into the upper deck.
Yeah. There was an old game show called "What's My Line," where the mystery guest would sign in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for you to sign in.
Oh, you're waiting for me to say my name?
Yeah.
Garcia settles on the bump, and now the 0-1 to Happ. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Happ has reached 3 times and scored once. Pair of singles and a walk.
We were just about approaching the old, have you read a book lately?
Gosh, that 7th inning just really took all the fun out of this Saturday night. 2-0 game.
And it was going so well.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against Ben Brown for the Dodger offense, but you're like, okay, get into this bullpen. You're down 2. You got a shot. But it just... Again, just a reminder. (3-2) fouled away into the net. There's a point in there somewhere. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
No,
Mo.
You're asking for counseling is what you're doing.
It's cathartic, therapeutic to talk about it.
You feel better now, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit, actually.
Yeah. Wait till you call Vassay on the postgame show.
Garcia with a 3-2. Happ with another foul ball. Should just give the headset to DB. Let's just start this post-game show a little early, huh? 1-0, nobody out, top of the 8th. 7-0 Cubs here in Game 2. Garcia having a hard time putting Happ away. He's going to try again. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away on the left field side. So Happ not giving away or throwing away an AB. That's something you hear big league hitters talk about all the time. You're in the big league batter's box. You're not throwing away an opportunity to get a knock. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. So Garcia will try again to pay it off. Half to right field. This one's going to get down and probably give him extra bases. All the way to the wall. Picked up by Pages. Going first to third is Kelly. It's a stand-up double for Ian Happ. And the Cubs trying to sweep the leg here on Saturday night. Second and third, no outs, top of the eighth. Trying to push this 7-0 lead. Here comes Kyle Tucker.
Happ was at home plate for about 6 minutes. Couldn't finish him off, even though Garcia got ahead of him very quickly. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ultimately, on the 10th pitch of the AB, he ropes a double into the right field corner. I mentioned Andy Pages is there. Gets his Teoscar Hernandez is out of the game. Chris Taylor now in center. Kike Hernandez subs for Freddie Freeman at first base. First pitch to Kyle Tucker, low and away, ball 1.
This is the 13th at bat for the Cubs with a runner in scoring position in this ball game. The Dodgers have had 3.
Been one of those nights.
And you're going to have them.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the game in the 162 marathon. Tucker chops it foul into his own dugout. Heads up. Oh, my goodness. Gage Workman almost just wore one. 1-1 on Tucker, who has 2 in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Couple of plate appearances to begin this frame for the Cubs. Both of them at least 9 pitches. Ground ball, base hit into right center field. Kelly scores. Happ will follow. 2 RBIs for Kyle Tucker. And now a 9-0 Chicago lead. All smiles in that Cub dugout, and understandably so.
The Cubs really preparing for a better season. The last year they were 83-79. I mentioned last night, they fell below 500 on the 6th of June. They were in last place at the All-Star break and then finally returned to a winning record towards the end of August.
First pitch, ball 1 to Miguel Amaya. Still no outs in the top of the 8th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yep. It appears there's a few people going out to check on their cars.
I think they're going to do more than check on the cars. I think they're going to get in and drive the cars.
Garage door openers work.
Got to laugh through the pain at this point. 9-0 Cubs. 1 on, nobody out. And Amaya drives the ball the opposite way. Andy Pages will watch this one fly. Miguel Amaya swats an opposite field 2-run home run. Double digits for the Cubs. And now folks are streaming up the aisles toward the parking lot. First home run of the year for Amaya. This one turns up to 11 for the Cubs. 11-0 Chicago.
Yeah, well, we have officially reached that point. Have you read a good book recently?
Or have you seen a position player pitch before?
We'll see it right now.
Ball taken from Luis Garcia following the home run from Amaya. 11 runs on 14 hits, and the Dodgers still have yet to record an out here in the 8th inning. Are we going to stay here because Miguel Rojas is now on the mound?
And Cameron Meisner gets into this one, a long drive deep to right. That baby's gone! Home run, and the Rays win it 3-2. Cameron Meisner jumped on the first pitch, his first career home run. Meisner has ended this one in dramatic fashion. First pitch, bottom of the 9th, a walk-off home run. The pride of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, Cameron Meisner.
That one stroked deep to left center field. That's way back there, head of the wall. It is gone! Preston Campbell with his first major league home run.
absolutely destroys that one into the bullpen to tie the game 2-2.
1-0, gets one right down the middle. But this one here, he tries to get the ball in the air, and he drives it. This kid is strong. Kev, we talked about the hips, and keeping the hands back. He creates some torque. That thing got out quick.
Mackenzie Gore to the mound. Fastball down and in for the strikeout. Down and away. So that's 3 straight and number 5. Oh, that's on the inside edge. 10 strikeouts now.
13 strikeouts. A new Nationals opening day record for Mackenzie Gore. He'll depart the mound to a standing ovation to the first base side. 6 one-hit shutout innings for Gore against the Phillies.
To what will be happening on the field shortly for the Dodgers, and those are, in seriousness mode, those are welcome returns for this staff. So here's Miguel Rojas against Michael Busch. Ball 1 at 52 miles an hour, up and away. And Busch is just licking his chops because, again, he has hit the ball hard all night, even when he was retired. Swinging a high fly ball, right center field. Taylor over to his left to make the catch. Rojas signals to the dugout. That's one.
Well, the first 40,000 fans in attendance on Tuesday against the Rockies will receive a Jackie Robinson replica 1955 home jersey celebrating the 70th anniversary of the World Championship. It's presented by UCLA Health. Come on, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Now, Dansby Swanson, bases empty, 1 out in the 8th, 11-0 Cubs. And Miggy Rowe floats the ball up there at 44, ball 1. Miguel Rojas is using Yoshinobu Yamamoto's glove. So, it's got the number 18 on it, which means the ace, of course, in Japanese baseball.
And he's coming set and leaning back.
Yes. It's like if you, let me think about this. The 2-0 pitch coming, and Swanson with a hack. Strike 1 foul. It was 44 miles per hour.
Yeah. Well, that pitch had the arc of a slow pitch softball game. There are butterflies that fly faster than that pitch.
And Rojas is nodding for approval to the dugout. He's leaning back, doing the Landon Knack lean. We saw that from Rojas last year. Strike 2 called on a pitch that looked like 8 inches high. Even count for Swanson, and he does not want to strike out right now. Rojas steps back, kicks, and deals the 2-2. Swanson, fly ball, left center field. Taylor, hand up. Go about, 2 gone. So, wearing Yamamoto's glove, Rojas is clearly trying to imitate Yamamoto's windup and delivery. He's got 2 outs in the 8th. Dodgers are down by 11, so this is all the fun we got. Miggy Rowe on the mound.
And now he's going for the full windup.
And that's a line drive base hit in the right field. Kike tried to leap up and snare it, could not. Pajes gets it in quickly. It's a 2-out base hit for Gage Workman. Now Nico Horner, Cubs second baseman, had a sacrifice fly his last time up in the 7th inning. That made it 7-0. It's now 11-0. Rojas into the Landon Knack lean back. Throws upstairs on Horner at 53 miles per hour. Ball 1. Landon smirking top step of the Dodger dugout. Rojas leaning back again and hit on the ground to short. Scooped up by Betts. He throws across to Kike. Out number 3 in the top of the 8th. So Miguel Rojas comes out of the bullpen, out of the dugout, and gets the 3 outs in the 8th inning. But it's a blowout. Oh, a standing O for Miggy Rowe. All right, 11-0 Cubs. LA.
1-1. That's it well, right center field, into the gap. Pajes back, he can't make the catch. It'll one off the wall. Dansby scores. Amaya to second. Cubs lead 1-0 here in the 2nd. It's just keep on coming for Miguel Amaya. Big knock.
Well, tries to beat him with a fastball upstairs. This is a real nice, powerful swing. Head rate on it, gets good extension.
as a New York Met, a laser, and so many more to come in the next 15 years.
Usually doesn't take long for Soto to hit his first home run with a new team. With the Yankees, it was his third game. With the Mets, his second.
Sometimes you gotta let people know what neighborhood you're from. That ball is squared up.
Due up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it starts with a pitch clock violation on Andy Pages, so 0-1 for the new pitcher Caleb Thielbar, left-hander on the mound. Sets and delivers. Pages swings through a strike, so 0-2. Thielbar up to this point, 5 games out of the bullpen, ERA 6.23. Swinging a foul ball. Pages is 0 for 2. Dodgers with just 5 hits. Meanwhile, the Cubs have 15 of them and 11 runs. They scored 1 in the 6th. All right, 2-0. Not bad. Pages checks up on a ball low, 1-2. But then the 7th inning happened. 5 runs on 5 hits. And in the 8th inning, 4 runs on 4 hits. They turned this game into a laugher. 1-2 pitch, and Pages strikes out swinging.
Laugher, but not for both teams.
No. Gage Workman moves over to shortstop. Swanson out of the game. Matt Shaw into it now at third, behind Thielbar. Austin Barnes 0 for 2, a strikeout and a double play. So been a suboptimal Saturday for Barnesy. First pitch swinging, pushes one in the air, right field, slicing out of play. And Kyle Tucker gave that a run. Kind of crashed into the wall. He's okay, but I would say, Kyle, it is 11-0 in April. Appreciate the effort. Shohei Ohtani's night is done. Miguel Rojas, who's currently pitching for the Dodgers, he's also twirling a bat on deck, getting ready to come in. Strike 2 given to Austin Barnes. 0-2 is the count. 11-0, the Dodgers trail. Thielbar's pitch in the dirt. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. If you want to learn how to overcome it, go to first5california.com. On this 1-2, Barnes lays off a high fastball, 2-2. First 15 games for the Dodgers, 16 earned runs allowed total. Tonight, 10 earned. Charged to Ben Kasparius and Luis Garcia. 2-2 pitch on the ground at third. Shaw scoops it and throws Barnes out. 2 away.
Pitcher, number 72, Miguel Rojas.
Let's see if pitchers can still rake. Miguel Rojas at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch swinging. Chops it off the front of the Dodger dugout. Strike 1.
Well, the last 2 games, he's 3 for 5.
That's true. He's basically doubled his season average those 2 games. Behind 0-1, the lefty Thielbar sets and fires, and Rojas waves at strike 2. Well, if you're a Dodger fan, you're already thinking about tomorrow. Series finale, the rubber match. Tyler Glasnow will start for the Dodgers. 4:10 start on a Sunday. 0-2 is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah. And it's a big outing for Glass now. He's got to put that performance in Philly behind him. That was not good in a number of facets. A 1-2 pitch. Rojas swings and stays alive with the foul ball over the net. Cool Saturday night at Dodger Stadium now. Bats have been cold as well, but Miguel Rojas, guys went in the air to left field. This will be caught on the warning track by Ian Happ. So we go to the ninth. Cubs lead by 11.
AM 570.
LA's best. Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Well, he's left-handed, and he hits this one with authority. That one is out of here. Juan Soto's first home run as a New York Met, a laser. And so many more to come in the next 15 years. Usually doesn't take long for Soto to hit his first home run with a new team. With the Yankees, it was his third game. With the Mets, his second.
Sometimes you got to let people know what neighborhood you're from. That ball is squared up. By Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS right now, because this baseball game has gotten away from the Dodgers. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Cubs 11, Dodgers zip. Ninth inning about to begin. We'll do so with the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Miguel Rojas warming up like Clayton Kershaw between innings. He is going to throw like Kershaw here. Crow Armstrong fouls strike one back over the net. So it's just an imitation game for Miggy Rowe on the bump. He's wearing Yoshinobu Yamamoto's glove. You've seen him with that windup, the Landon Knack lean, and now the Kershaw high hands and leg kick. And Crow Armstrong goes down the line into the right field corner. And PCA going to jog to second. If he sprinted, he might have had third with his speed, but it's 11-0. He'll take the stand-up double to lead off the ninth. How would you grade the impressions from Miguel Rojas, Mo?
The way this game is going?
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Yeah. This has been... Andy Pajes has been the highlight, the catches he made in the early goings. But outside of that, it's just Miguel Rojas impressions. Ball one to Carson Kelly, the catcher who is just crushing the Dodgers tonight. And right now, Rojas is trying to... He looks like Roki Sasaki. He misses with ball two. The Dodger dugout is losing it right now. He's got Rojas, his left leg, his front leg extended down the mound like Sasaki, and Kelly tees off. Left field and deep. This ball is gone. Carson Kelly with his second home run of the game. A two-run blast off Miguel Rojas, his fourth of the season. It's now 13-0, Chicago.
Well, Kelly does not want this game to end.
No.
What a game he's having. Been on base 5 times tonight. 2 walks, an infield single, and 2 home runs. He's knocked in 3. He's scored 3.
That's what you're looking for if you're a hitter. Now Ian Happ, switch hitter. He's going to bat from the right side against the righty Rojas, so just getting in some work. 13-0 Chicago, no outs, top 9. Rojas deals. And Happ watches strike 1 get dropped on him to even the count. This is about the time, Mo, where you wish you could just kind of hit the fast forward button and sim through the next 15 minutes or so. Big swing and a miss. Happ behind 1 and 2.
Happ will hear that. He'll hear about that from his teammates.
Do it, Miggy Rowe. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, line foul.
Hooking.
I am gonna. If he strikes out Ian Happ, I will call it like the last out of the World Series. I will lose my stuff.
Hooking.
Another 1-2 pitch. Oh, he almost got him. Fouled away. 38 miles per hour from Rojas against Happ.
Well, he kept it under the speed limit.
A cop wouldn't have pulled that pitch over.
No, even a residential area.
Yeah. Another 1-2. Oh, he tried to quick pitch him with a heater at 64, but he missed high, 2-2. First base side of the rubber. Rojas steps, kicks, and fires. A chopper right back to him in the glove of Rojas. You know he can handle a PFP.
Let me tell you something. I just came up with a good nickname for him when he's pitching.
Oh, do it.
School zone. Because he's not exceeding the speed limit in school zone.
Golly. All right, 1 down, top 9. And pinch hitter for Kyle Tucker is John Birdie.
Yeah, Tucker's tired.
23rd pitch of the night for Miguel Rojas. Birdie in the air, left center field. This will drop for a hit. 1-out single for John Birdie. This is a half-serious question, Mo. You're in a game like this as a hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Look, at the end of the year, when they're counting your hits to put on the back of your baseball card, they don't take any away for being off a pitcher. So are you licking your chops to get in there?
No. Yes. Okay. But the other thing is you don't want to be embarrassed.
Amaya fouls away.
On base hits, there is no deduction for degree of difficulty.
Right. One on, 1 out. Top of the ninth. 13-0 Cubs. You heard that right. And Rojas plunks Amaya on the left shoulder elbow area. Now, Amaya was not itching to get out of the way because, as we have talked about, Rojas isn't lighting the radar gun up.
Maybe not at all.
You got to tap the. I don't know if it's working. First and second, 1 out. And Michael Busch rolls strike 1 foul on the first base side. Cubs now with 18 hits, 13 runs. And looking for more. There's a 19th hit. This will surely bring home another run. Into the corner goes Busch. Coming home is Birdie. It is an RBI double for Michael Busch. 14-0. And Michael Busch, like Carson Kelly, Mo, he does not want this night to end. Amaya goes from first to third on the double.
RBIs count just as much in this spot for hitters, too.
First pitch ball to Matt Shaw. On the ground to short. Mookie has it. The runners are going to hold at second and third. There's 2 gone in the 9th inning. The Dodgers trail by 14. So, yeah. Have you seen a 14-run inning? Have we seen one of those before? Because if you're,
yes.
Bottom of the 9th, you have.
Spring training. What was it, 4 years ago, Dwayne?
That's ridiculous. I was not serious asking that question. This is in the air, right center field. This will drop off in front of the warning track. 2 more runs will score. 16-0 Chicago. A woof. Gage Workman into second, a 2-run double. Still 2 outs in the 9th inning.
I have one word to say right now.
Yeah. Hey.
Uncle.
Okay, got it. All right. I thought you were going to go with another word, which would also apply, but would also get us fired. So, glad you went with uncle. And this is a line drive base hit for Nico Horner. 1st and 3rd for the Cubs. So they have officially batted around here in the top of the 9th inning.